Hello Virgo, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back to the channel, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Virgo, this is going to be your weekly reading for November 13th through the 19th. Excuse me. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. Very quickly, I just want to say thank you to every single person who has subscribed. New subscribers are amazing. Thank you. For those of you who have stuck around, thank you so very much. Those who are have liked, subscribed, commented, donated, and booked personal readings, thank you sincerely. Virgo, contemplation of where you are and the forward progress that you're making. I want to throw that out there real quick before I lose that message. Thank you, Spirit. This will be, I think I just said this, for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel, guys. Discern the messages, reverse the rules as applies. And I'm going to leave that at there. 1 on the clock as well. Virgo, it is like you're reevaluating this week the progress in your life. Where it is you've been, where it is that you're going. Very, very simple message in that regard. Spirit just said deep emotional wounds could be coming to the surface. And with this new moon in Scorpio, I cannot express enough for all the signs how impactful this new moon has been. I said it last week in one of the readings about how I felt intuitively, you know, minus the astrology and all the extra stuff that we can dive into. Intuitively, I knew that it was going to be a massive chain of events when it came to our emotional stance and everything. And I do feel like it is up for review right now, Virgo. You know, normally our new moons are, you know, you can cleanse and release during that time to make room for new things that you're manifesting. But it's the primary focus tends to be the manifestations. But with this Scorpio transformation energy that just seems to be coming like kaboom, I would expect this for about another week. So definitely throughout this week, sit with whatever is coming up. Be aware of it, address it. I think some light is being shed on certain things. There could be a little bit of, as much as you are an earth sign 2, 3, 4, some fire energy that's coming in behind that. You know, when I think about Scorpio, I've seen Scorpio come out as the Queen of Swords, very swordsy, kind of determined, assertive, cutting kind of energy, right? Kind of going into bitch mode. I've seen Scorpio come out with a lot of fire and a lot of passion over the years of doing this as well. They tend to embody, they have to pretty much embody a lot of the other signs' energy in order to transform accordingly. Tendency there is they tend to lack in the groundedness sometimes because they let their emotions carry them away. Again, I feel like these are the things that need to be brought up, so you may not be feeling as grounded as you normally try to be. You may not be as clear cut as you can tend to be. The practicality of things is being subdued, Spirit said right now. And Spirit, side note to that, watch your weight. And I don't mean it like, you know, if you're trying to crash diet or, you know, lifestyle change. This is like if you're losing too much weight. I don't know why, like, the ribs are showing to me. But be aware of that. Like, make sure you're taking good care of yourselves right now. Could be a weight loss that was unplanned or not, you know, not necessarily needed. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of that. That's for somebody out there. But yeah, let's dive into the cards and see what comes up, okay? And pardon if you hear any background noise. The kiddo is in the other room, so self-entertaining. All right, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know, Spirit? What does Virgo need to know this week, November 13th through the 19th? What does the star sign of Virgo need to have in their focus, Spirit? Sisterhood and love. You know, I've said it before in Virgo. I don't know if I've said it in your readings or not. I did Aquarius earlier today. You could be dealing with Aquarius. You could have, you know, Aquarius placements in your chart. There could be various things happening here. Those two specific cards, you watched me just shuffle them, came out on the table for Aquarius. Love and sisterhood. Talk about that earth energy. That is that of Taurus. That is the card of Taurus in this deck. Again, your emotions. The emotions are really overflowing right now. It's hard. I don't care what sign you are. Hey! This is real life. This is my life. I don't put on any fluff for you guys. This is life. Anyhow, Virgo. Courage. You know, I've watched you guys in the last couple of months, Catalyst and Courage, really go through something with somebody, or, you know, whether this was a lover, a partner, friends, family, with a lot of deception surrounding your energy. And I think I said this last week, for you guys. These are karmic contracts that are coming to a close. This is a transformational energy. This is a shedding of the old, stepping into the new with this Catalyst card. You know, the snake sheds its skin, right? It has to, in order to be reborn. And this is a rebirthing process for you as you do this review. Some of you may just not be happy with progress in certain areas of your life, even tied to 3D paper kind of contracts where you, and I'm hearing from Spirit saying sign on the dotted line. It may not be what exactly it is that you wanted, but you are getting parts of what is meant for you. And I'm going to say the whole thing wasn't meant for you for some reason. Somebody else could have been in a space where they wanted to take advantage of that. So I'm not sure what that's about exactly. But something is slowly coming full circle. You know, the spots of people are showing up, you know, and that could be part of this emotional release, is your understanding, you know. It's like a scorpion is always a scorpion, right? You know, snake, no matter how many times it sheds its skin, it's still a snake. So it's like you could be seeing parts of people that maybe you didn't want to see, but it still is what it is, regardless of what they've said or done, you know, what they've said, but, you know, their actions, what they've done, right? So that doesn't change the reality of the situation, but you are being asked to be courageous and brave through some of the things that you are experiencing at this time. You know, they're bringing up the Sagittarius energy too, with the Archer there as well. December could be very, very important for you, even the first part of Sagittarius season, November as well. You may see certain things kind of circling back around, even though you're releasing this, maybe in the 3D. Understand that there may still be energy attachments regarding something, okay? So just be mindful that these feelings could resurface, these thoughts, or as it transforms, again, that review process, you know, the progress that you're making from past situations. Ace of Pentacles is promises of new beginnings, or I shouldn't say the promises, but the potential of new beginnings if you are going to drive forth the effort to make them happen, right? There's always potential for new things. Are we going to nurture it, right? You've got the Strength and the Two of Cups there. That courage and strength go hand in hand. You could be dealing with some Leo energy as well. Two of Cups, partnership. You may be trying to push forward, offering, again, there's been a lot of back and forth energy. Mother of Cups, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces as well. A lot of that back and forth energy, and whatever this ongoing saga is of these partnerships that are deceptive and then trying to course correct, or whatever this is. I can't help but think about that every time I sit down with you guys to do these. I do feel like you're offering an opportunity to somebody. It's like, if you're going to put in the work with me, I will put in the work with you. So something here has balanced out, or is trying to balance out. I think it's funny that I go back to the idea of the spots, though. Be aware, right? you know, when people change, or we expect a change of them, or they promise to change, it takes time. It's implementing a new habit, a new form. It's 21 days to start a habit, 21 days to end it, essentially, for the body to start to reprocess and reprogram. And so it's like, I just want to say, like, has there been enough space and time in a situation that has allowed this energy to actually transform? So, you know, be mindful, talking about that progress in the beginning. Those contracts could be, there's the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups. It is divine pairing, could be at a distance right now as well. It's like almost like trying to come out of separation. Five of Cups. So, whoever's tied to your energy, Scorpio energy there, they could be moping. There could be some action. I'm actually gonna say that I do think that in some form or fashion there is some sincerity behind any apologies or offers that's been made. There is some genuine regret. It's being, you know, Five of Pentacles, I think about being left out in the cold, right? But this Five of Cups is somebody actually sitting with the emotional sense of the regrets. 11:11 on the clock. Could have even happened over this weekend. I've seen that pop up a couple of times. But actually sitting with the regrets that have, you know, of actions that have been taken, or the emotional manipulation that has transpired in the past. This could also be you feeling like you need to guard yourself, protect yourself from these past situations. Five, again, hoping for change. And I think I've said that recently in guys' readings before. This need for this change and this growth and opportunity that could totally happen. The Hermit, Virgo energy, major arcana there as well. And there you are. There is a stage of enlightenment going on throughout this review process for you, Virgo. It is the need, again, to protect yourself. If you're dealing with somebody else or a situation, both sides of the coin may feel like they need to protect themselves. They both feel wounded and a little jaded from past circumstances. But it's also, it's kind of like everybody's out looking for themselves, essentially, right? It's just like, what do I got to do to take care of me? Which is not a bad thing to be in. You know, you do have to take care of you first. But I don't know if this other side, it feels self-inflicted to me. You know, it's like if you lied, there's a consequence that comes with those lies. If you've been shitty, there's a consequence that comes with being in that vibrational energy, right? So I feel like you've been tempered and putting up with some things that you probably shouldn't have. Four of Cups. Again, it's like tiptoeing around the emotional energy, even if it does feel like it's coming in. It's like trying to protect yourself from the feelings that may be extremely uncomfortable at this time. You could see maybe even somebody else trying to side skirt, but I feel like this is more so you, Virgo. This is coming to an end. The World card, completion. I also see that as like justice, right? Things are being restored and rebalanced back to zero. Nine of Pentacles, again, I talked about the self. And it, you know, somebody else around you could see you as being selfish right now. That, you know, you're just investing into you and what it is that you need to do to close this out completely. And this closure is coming. This enlightenment of a particular situation is giving you insight and foresight that, you know, something has come to an end. Some type of contract has come to an end. Again, whether it's on a soul level or a 3D level, something is absolutely closing out. I do think that it's going to, if it has not already, brought you in some kind of abundance that is allowing you to feel more secure within yourself, or the decisions that you feel you're going to have to make. The number 65, so that's what, I think that's actually retirement age, right? 63, 65, 62, somewhere like that. So some of you could be looking to retire, my, you know, older generation of Virgos. But this can also just be the abundance of fruitful new beginnings for yourself, right? Feeling comfortable, feeling stable, you know, feeling beautiful about yourself and feeling like you have everything that you need to move forward. These emotions, though, they're coming up short. Five of Cups, Four of Cups, Mother of Cups, and this, you know, we think about the original tarot, she is emotionally mature. She's got a grip on everything. She's a nurturer. She's a carer. But I will say that in this deck, she's always very protective over her own cup. And she needs to be. You know, she needs to be self-protecting. But I tend to see this one as more of a selfish, unhealthy, selfish Mother of Cups for some reason. I just always have. It's the way I identify with this particular deck. I'd rather see the King of Cups come out. All right. Future energy for Virgo, please, Spirit. Just heard hold on for one more day. I was at Wilson Phillips showing some age. Six of Swords, Four of Pentacles, King of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands underneath. You know, the Six of Swords is moving on, moving forward. And I do think there's a little bit of battle, again, with that earth energy that is you, though, Virgo, of holding on to what you know to be true, steady, stable, and tested in time as well. King of Pentacles is like where this propels you is to your ultimate stability and your security. Like you've earned your stripes, right, in everything that you've done. And it's just wanting to move on and move forward into a space that and I'm hearing what is rightfully yours comes along for the ride, that you can feel secure. The thing I've been feeling this, Virgo, for you all, masculine energy Virgos, I feel like you've been dealing with a feminine for quite some time who doesn't have the emotional maturity that you're seeking or that you need, or that seems to be honest. It seems a bit flighty. I'm just going to be straight with you. The Ace of Wands, Page of Cups, the Tower energy. It's behind the Tower. The Four of Wands. Every time you get stabilized, it feels like this half-assed offer of love comes in. And it's like, oh, we've had this shakeup, and I keep hearing this again and again and over. It's like a repetitive thing. Virgo, I hope that the next 10 readings that I do for you all, I don't see any of it again. Because to me, this is a repetition. And with this World card here, you're becoming older and wiser. You know the tricks of the trade. You know somebody's actions. You know why they come back around. It's like you masculines are really dealing with some issues with feminine energies. That should come in as cups and balance you out, but it's not. It's just not doing the trick. You know, the Ace of Wands is inspired action, but I'm also hearing, I had another bright idea. I think that this person that you're dealing with had this bright idea of something. Like, oh, here's a good idea. And it feels like it just keeps backfiring. Whatever they're doing, whyever they're doing it, continues to backfire, and you are being very steady and patient and beyond understanding, holding off from making any massive moves. But you really have to ask yourself, if this is your story, if this resonates at all, how is that serving you in your highest good? And you know, again, somebody might think you're selfish when you finally do make a decision. Excuse me for 1 second, my coffee. But you're not. You're tending to everything that you've worked for and invested in. And if they don't understand that, you know, that's on them. They're bringing up the sign of Pisces as well. So be aware. Just be aware this week, Virgo. Take your time and sort through your emotions, but this is a catalyst of change and transformation for you. You're a lot stronger and more stable than I think you tend to give yourself credit for. You're a fighter, you're a warrior, but you keep reinvesting into something with somebody that just doesn't have it put together. And I can honestly say, as I sit here and think about it, like some of the Virgos that I know, that tends to be a thing. too patient, too practical, too hardworking, you know, that they do and do, and then they give, and then sometimes it's not enough in return. So just, again, be mindful. It's like you're trying to hold it together. You really are. I give you kudos for that, to have the strength and the courage to keep fighting whatever this is, or dealing with whatever this is for you. But at some point, something's got to give. Step back. You're being asked to take a step back to gain from your life in order to gain perspective. And you talk about that hermit. That hermit is going into that space of quiet, that space of knowledge, that space of taking what he's learned thus far in the journey and sitting with that so that he can have these further experiences. When you take that step back from our lives, you know, you think about it, and you know, when we have issues and things, we go to tarot or our friends or our family for advice. The reason we do that is because that person is not in it, right? They if they don't have a ton of information, they've got the third party perspective to go, hey, this is what's going on. You have to be able to emotionally disconnect, to take a step back and not be in the shitstorm, so that you can see the big picture of what is transpiring, and then ask yourself what it is you need to do, that reevaluation phase. On the bottom, pay attention and reassess. Don't move forward in strength and courage just to make an active decision or take, you know, active action towards something. Create in your mind what it is that you desire. This new moon is about that manifestation, right? What feels best for you? If you sit with something and you think that you've made a decision, does it make you feel lighter, or does it make you feel heavier? Do you feel a release? Express what it is that you need. Talk about what it is that you need. Have this communication. Other than this walking away, this moving on to calmer waters, there's not a whole lot of thought. And I said that earlier, like not seeing that swordsy energy that I would like to see for you guys given this situation. But with that hermit there, it makes me go, at least there's some introspection going on about something, right? So don't be afraid to dive in and put logic and thought into this. Make sure that your heart and your head are on the same page. One more card of advice for Virgo, please, Spirit. Virgo, card of advice. Comfort. I just heard from Spirit, seek comfort in yourself. Manifest. We just talked about the manifestations, right? Comfort, what brings more comfort to your life? How does it make you feel, right? Whether it's by the tangible, some of you could be making a larger purchase too, Spirit is saying, but make sure that you're making, always, I mean, we all, I think, have a tendency sometimes to shop to fill voids, but just make sure that, like, whatever you're obtaining, tangible or intangible, brings you a sense of genuine security for the right reasons. That you're not just hanging on to those things as a security blanket, but rather because it truly does, Spirit says, bring peace into your world. Does it bring you genuine comfort that is something that makes you feel inspired? Spirit said corrected. We'll go with that. But that you can rest easy in whatever it is that you're doing. Okay? Virgo, I hope that resonated for you, or at least parts of it, something, right? I'm wishing you guys the very best. If you're interested in personal readings, those are available right now, or for this week, I'm sorry. And that can be found in the description box below the About section of the page, or at holisticallyzenwv.com. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I'm going to get those mid-months out to you as soon as possible. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.